Hello everyone, welcome to this extremely slow-paced episode of Steven Inks. Today I'm just cleaning some pens, like you do. This is my process for cleaning pens. It has changed a little bit since the last time I did a pen cleaning video, and this time I wanted to have kind of another vibe to it, be a little bit more slow-paced and show you what it actually looks like. I hope you enjoy that. Anyway, this is my channel where we talk about fountain pens, particularly fountain pens in art. I'm going to pick up one of these pens at the end of this video. I'm going to do a drawing for you. And if you're part of my channel and you're subscribed, you'll have access to my community tab where I actually had a poll up and had my viewers vote on which pen they wanted to see me use when everything was all cleaned out to do some art for you. And also, just so you know, if you find this video to be boring, there's a lot of other videos on YouTube. There's all kinds of exciting things like, you know, people are giving away cars and making things explode and pranking people. Do you guys like pranking people? I don't do a lot of pranking on this channel, so if you're looking for that, you might want to go elsewhere. Good news is YouTube has a bunch of stuff like that. So if you're not a big fan of quiet, slow activities like a guy cleaning his pens, well, this channel is probably not for you. So I mentioned a little bit before about how my process for cleaning my pens has changed recently, and one of the things that's really helped a lot is utilizing this blunt nose syringe, which was a suggestion I got from a viewer of my channel. That's actually one of my favorite things about having a YouTube channel these last 3 years, is that I've learned more from the people who watch my videos than I've ever provided to them as far as knowledge. I mostly just make jokes and mess around with things and make lots of mistakes, which is kind of, in a way, what art is all about. So I don't apologize for it, but I also sometimes wonder why you guys enjoy my videos if you're telling me more than I'm telling you. But I'm really thankful for that suggestion. As you can see, the blunt nose syringe actually allows me to squirt water into small cracks and little gaps in the pen without harming or cracking the pen. Even this particular pen, this is a Pen BBS 480, and it's in a little sleeve for the nib and the feed, that black plastic part. And you can remove that, but I find that those things crack really easily. So using a syringe and some water is really helpful. Another thing that I have seen change with my style is that I am trying to use less water. I used to do this over the sink, but I gather a cup of water and I change it out with a clean amount every once in a while and then dump that out, and that way I use a lot less water. I'm here in California, and it is getting to be a little bit of a situation with water, and actually globally we want to be a little bit careful with how we use our resources. So this is one of the ways that I'm trying to do that. Another way that I'm trying to be a little more careful with resources when I'm cleaning my pens is that I'm trying to use old rags. And you can see I've got a couple of them here where the pieces to the pens are going to dry off to the side, and then the one that I'm using to clean out and sort of dry off my pen pieces is that one in the center. And you can see there's a lot of ink stains on it, a lot of watercolor stains as well, another thing that I sometimes do on this channel. So I think it looks nice. I think it looks kind of cool. So hopefully you'll see me using that more often, because I'm trying to get away from using paper towels, or honestly, oftentimes I use toilet paper, which is kind of weirdly gross if you think about it, just to keep my pens dry and free of excess ink, or also to dry them off when I'm putting water in them to clean them. So yeah, those are some of the things about my method that have changed. Of course, my method of cleaning is not the only method of cleaning. I'd really love to hear how you clean your pens. How often do you do it? I do it probably every other month, every 2 to 3 months or so. I don't do it often. I also have some very pen safe inks that I use. I don't use like iron gall ink or any of those really old school inks that can be kind of damaging or corrosive inside of a pen. I use a lot of just very often just dye-based inks rather than pigment. I do have a few pigment-based inks. I'm a little more careful cleaning those out, but I've never had a problem with my pen, so I think that my cleaning method is pretty on par with what my pens need. Yeah, but let me know what your cleaning method is. I'd love to hear some more ideas that will be more informative than what I'm currently doing. Kind of about at the halfway point of this video. So I also wanted to talk a little bit about my channel and some things that I have been thinking about, and also why I spent the month of July, or like the second half of July and part of August, just kind of not making videos. First of all, I have come to the realization as I get older that a lot of times the pressure for me as an artist, and probably for a lot of artists, to be successful looks very different from what is satisfying. So probably to be successful on YouTube, I should upload videos more often, and I don't, because I want to be happy with what I upload. So I want to try new things, and those new things take time. And trying to be creative often is one of those things where you kind of need to recharge your batteries sometimes. I've mentioned a few times before, my career as a middle school teacher can get kind of intense and kind of stressful at times. I don't know if there are any teachers out there that watch these videos. I certainly hope so. If you are out there, hey, I'm with you in this. Last year was one of the most stressful years I have ever had as a teacher. More stressful than my first year as a teacher. More stressful than when I was in graduate school. Just stressful all around because of just all the social adjustments that the kids were having to make. A lot of them just didn't know how to be in school, and there were a lot of crazy issues that came up. If you pay attention to national news, I'm sure you'll find that that was not just things that were happening in my classroom, but all around the country. And when you go through something like that, it's important to remember that it's okay to take a rest. And take a rest from everything you can so that you can take care of what's really important. And for me, yeah, this channel is important. You guys are important. I love connecting with you. My family's important. My wife is important. My colleagues that have been through this stressful year with me are important. And as part of my role as a support teacher, I also train new teachers. It was important for me to just be able to be there for them. So this kind of had to take a back seat. And being an artist who decided that rather than pursuing a career in art or illustration, that I was going to have a career that was outside of that and pay my bills in another way, that's kind of a choice that I already made. So it was easy when you think about it that way. And it gave me some time to think. To rest, and also to think, where do we want this channel to go? I'm actually really happy with everything that I've made on this channel. I have very few regrets about videos that I've made, about things that I've done. I definitely have no regrets about getting to know all the cool people that comment on my videos, and I'm hoping that I'll hear some cool comments from you guys on this one. But at the same time, it's just important while you're doing something to do as much as you enjoy doing. Me saying as I'm figuring out myself as an artist and what it means to be a creative person that regularly outputs things, perhaps I'll say something completely different in a few months' time, and then you'll have to deal with that version of me. But this time I feel like rest. I feel like it's important to know my identity and to know what kind of things I want to make and what I value. And so I definitely value this channel as a conversation about pens, about art, especially the interesting differences between all the different places in the world that my viewers come from. So I'm excited to know that there are people from all around the world listening to these videos, and in fact that I get to hear all these cool things that are different in your country, in the place that you're from, in your traditions. As an American, I don't feel like we have a very strong fountain pen tradition, but there are a lot of countries, I can think Germany in particular, but a lot of other European countries where this type of pen is more the norm, which is really cool. And you guys have a whole history of experience that I do not have as someone who got into pens not very long ago. I think I got my first fountain pen when I was maybe 31 or 32 years old. I started this channel when I was 35. I'm 38 now, so I haven't really had a lot of experience in doing what I'm doing, but I'm just loving doing it, and I'm loving sharing my passion with you guys. So if during the amount of time that I was away, you were concerned that my videos were going to go away, you actually don't have to worry about that, because in fact, taking time away helped me remember how much I love drawing, how much I love connecting with you guys, and just talking about and playing with my pens. So anyway, I hope that if you're watching this video that you're well. I hope I didn't bore you too much with all this different talk that I had to say, but I kind of wanted to get some of that off my chest. I wanted to let you know that I'm doing great, and stepping away from this channel for a little while was not any indication that I'm going to stop doing things, but that I'll probably be trying to do a few different things. And I hope you're here for it. I hope you find this interesting. So love to hear your feedback, what you think of this format of video, and this was fun to do. Hey everybody, so there was a lot of excitement in the poll that I put in my community tab. A lot of people voted on what pen I should draw with after cleaning all these pens, and I'd have to say there was a little bit of excitement about this Delight brass pen, which is great because that's a pen that I also enjoy very much, but that wasn't the one that was the most highly voted on. There was also some excitement about this Kaweco Sport, which is again a pen that I like. And if you're wondering, this is going to be a bunch of pens that I like, obviously. But that's not the one that got the most votes. There were even a few people who said they would like to see me work with this TWSBI the TWSBI Diamond 580 ALR, which is also a really nice pen. Videos of all these pens are on my channel if you want to check that out. But that's not the one that was voted for the most. As a matter of fact, surprise a little bit, it was the Lamy 2000. And, it shows how much this channel has grown, because this wasn't the most popular pen. I think I've given a little bit of shade in my time as well on this channel. So it shows that the viewership of this channel is changing and growing and evolving, which is a wonderful thing. and I get to pick the ink. So I choose Noodler's Heart of Darkness. Let's get going and start drawing. I was kind of going through some stuff when I drew this drawing. I was thinking about consuming things, and I was thinking about YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. I'm actually probably going to step away from a couple of those platforms. Haven't decided which ones yet. I think YouTube has been an overall positive experience, but then other platforms that I've been a part of, it just seems like a breeding ground for negativity, and learning which ones of my friends and close acquaintances want to overthrow the government or whatever is going on in those places. I don't know. You do it because everyone else does it. But is it good for you? You just keep doing it. So I don't know. I had this weird drawing idea basically about this, and it's a little bit about health too. I've been on a health trip lately. You might notice I've lost some weight. If you didn't notice, I'm telling you right now, it's way better to be healthy, to figure out why you're putting all this trash in your body, in your mind, and focusing on big positive things. I really enjoyed using my Lamy 2000, actually. I don't use that pen very often, so this was a nice choice. I'm glad you guys made that choice for me. This pretty much ends this video. It's a different sort of thing than what I normally put out, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one.